That is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, our guest from Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, Jessica Bowman. You can find her on the aforementioned show. Saturdays, 8 o'clock, CBS. Never miss an episode. No, see, quite honestly, I taped the show, and that's why I didn't know when it was on.
Oh, well, see, I tape your show. That's why I knew that it was on 5 days a week and not 7.
And I just got to shift gears here for a second. Drew, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a homing beacon that is going off underneath.
What is that?
It's one of those things that fighter pilots carry in case they have to eject over the Salton Sea. It's
why is it under our
I don't know why that's going off. Engineer Mike, do you know why that's going off?
Someone's trying to call you.
No. What are you talking about?
You see what that thing... It's...
Get under there, Mike.
Looks Nothing's going to explode, is it?
Our plane's coming in for a landing right here in the studio.
As far as we know.
Oh, sorry, they're on the air.
Oh, shut up, Mike. Mike, just get under the desk. And while you're down there... Oh, no. You fixed it?
Didn't it?
Yeah, it'll be back. I know this
stuff. For me.
No, okay.
It was.
It was?
Yeah.
Why did they have the number in the studio?
Why do we have Mike answer the damn phone? That's what I want to know.
Did he just hang up on the hospital?
Yes. Anyway, I'll deal with it later.
All right.
You and I said less to each other tonight than we normally do, so let's get caught up here.
Okay.
You went to dinner before we came here?
Yes.
Yeah.
My grandfather passed away.
He doesn't normally look like this. He's a lot less well-kept usually and smells a little bit.
Hot date tonight?
No, smells a little bit. Do you have to sour all our young nubile guests to me physically, Drew?
Any more than they have already when they... behold your...
Please, do not burst Jessica's bubble. Jessica, you came in, you thought, wow, for radio, there's a good-looking guy, right?
He smells great. I noticed that right away.
Yes, that is the Thrifty brand electric shave. It's not exactly the high-quality electric shave, but it's the same generic equivalent, just a little different color. I almost choked there. I'm smitten. Tonight, my grandfather passed away a couple months ago, and tonight, well, he was very old, but we loved him. We loved him dearly. Tonight is his birthday. He would have been 94 tonight, and he's from Hungary, so we went to the Hordabaji. That is the... every word in Hungarian sounds funny. As a matter of fact, I'd like to move to Hungary and become a comedian.
It all ends in G-Y-I.
Yes, a neophyte pupnuk in the Hordabaji.
Hordabaji?
Hordabaji.
Hordabaji.
It means...
Joe's Eatery.
It means goulash gone bad in Hungarian. And anyway, we went there in sort of memory of him tonight. The family gathered around and argued over some chicken.
What members of the family convened?
Everybody but my dad.
Okay. So
we
your
keep
mom
his,
and your dad will be like, woo.
No, they can get together now.
Oh, really?
Ever since my sister's wedding, they kind of mellowed out.
Now, your mom and your grandma with you in the room, right?
Right.
They gang up on you at all?
No.
Had they heard you say any disparaging?
Yes, my grandma was busting my nuts about something I was saying on the air the other night. My grandmother listens to the show quite a bit, and it's and when she doesn't listen to the show, she has her spies who listen to the show. So she pipes up usually after a Chardonnay and says, "Adam, I heard you. Somebody reported," which is even scarier than her hearing it firsthand.
Right.
Somebody reported that you were saying that I told an old girlfriend of yours to put her hand in your ass. I said,
is this just above the roar of the restaurant so everybody could hear?
Yeah, she cuts through it like a knife. So I said, now, Grandma, hold on now. This is completely out of context. Drew had a coloscopy. Is that what you... Colonoscopy. Yeah. And... that's something else. Anyway, he had a colonoscopy.
Which is what?
Which is when
stupid.
They
take a scope and go into the colon all 9 feet.
How do they get into the colon? Hold on. Jessica's young. How do they get into the colon?
Through the anus.
This sounds like so much fun.
But the deal is...
Through whose anus?
More.
Okay.
Yours truly.
All right, thank you.
But the deal is, I read an article tonight that suggested that if we had enough endoscopists out there and if we properly screened everybody, there would be no colon cancer.
Really?
There would be no... It was virtually zero.
Because it's
because it's so curable early on.
Because it's so slow spreading.
And once it actually turns to cancer, it's fast spreading and it is a guaranteed terminal illness.
Well, no, I'm thinking of prostate cancer.
Yes, prostate. But early, it's so easy to pluck it out, just like you would a skin cancer. That's it. It's over.
Right.
So,
But I'd still rather die than have 9 feet of cable put in my ass like you did the other day. This is no hyperbole. Oh, thank God you're a woman. I mean, you may have to make that trip to the gynecologist a couple times a year, but you do not have to have 9 feet of cable in your ass.
Over 50 women, women should at least have the sigmoidoscopy, which is 3 feet of cable, every 3 to 5 years after 50. Everybody should have that.
And they increase it a foot for every year after that. So by the time you're in your 80s, you have the whole spool.
If you have any added risk or any pathology down below, then you get all 9 feet. So.
I am so happy I'm so far from 50 right now.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
Oh, baby. Drew, we're both getting sued now. This is statutory rape in California. Talk about putting cable in one's ass in front of a 16-year-old.
But see, I have like 40-something years, 44 years until anything goes up my part.
Yes. Well, 34. Unless you meet the right man.
36. Oh, God.
Okay, all right.
I'm erasing that thought from my memory right now.
Please do, you delicate flower, you. All right, so you're actually someone on TV who plays the age of the character that you play on TV.
No, see, I play older.
Oh, you play older?
I'm 17 on the show.
Oh, okay. That's the same.
Year.
That's good enough. And most of the time, they have people in here like, the cast of Beverly Hills 90210. They've been in their 5th trip to rehab. They're chain smoking and drinking. They're playing a spry 19-year-old freshman.
Hey, their kids are the age of the 90210 original cast.
Leif Garrett has got more forehead than the Elephant Man. I mean, wait a minute. Who's Leif Garrett?
I don't know.
No, what's his name? What's the guy? Please, I'm looking for this. Luke Perry. Well, I had a little 70s flashback there with the Leif Garrett. Geez, you weren't even born when he was on top.
She wasn't even born in the 80s.
Hey, I was born in 1980.
Oh, my God.
82, right?
80.
80?
Yeah, she's 16.
Okay, almost 17.
All right, anyway, we're going to get to some calls. We're going to talk a little about the Dr. Quinn. Is it 4th year?
No.
5th?
It's like it's 5th. I can tell you it's its 6th season.
Think about that. She was born the year I graduated from college.
Oh, my God. That is sickening. And she's born the year I would have graduated from...
Carpet cleaning.
Yeah. So it's in its 5th year?
It's in its 5th year.
And
6th season. See, I'm going to get wrong, so I'm going to say 6th season.
And no signs of slowing down?
No, the ratings are going up, actually. Season opener was Saturday night, so everything's going quite well.
And who is the audience for this show? Don't take that the wrong way, but I mean, it seems like the young and the old.
Well, it's like a family show. People go home Saturday night and they want to watch a show that anyone from 2 to, on up there can enjoy. It's Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
And you're what's-her-nose's daughter.
What's her nose is Jane Seymour.
Well, read the bio.
What's the...
Jane Seymour is, by the way, the woman that other women like because she has small breasts.
And Chad, which Chad? Chad, yeah, Chad's been on the show a couple times.
He said Chad's here. I'm like, Chad? No, Chad Allen is my brother.
He's been on the show a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
Such a cutie.
And let me explain the difficulty with the publicists. I hate publicists. I don't know if you've heard me mention that on the show before. And part of the problem is the bio. Because I know I'm shifting gears here for a second here. And this is not a reflection on you in any way, shape, or form. But Drew's heard me complain about this many a time. When I get the bio, I just want the pertinent facts. Now, once in a while, there's things that are interesting, I should say, on here. Like, for instance, your dad was a chemist, I believe?
Is
a chemist. And your mother's an interior decorator, and you come from... Walnut Creek, California, which is kind of cool. And there's a couple of things on here about some stuff you've done in the past and all of that. But nowhere on here's the time of the goddamn show.
Well, you're supposed to know that. You're supposed to know exactly when Dr. Quinn is on.
Not the time, not the network, not the day. But yet, there are juicy tidbits like, for now, the willowy Auburn maimed actress is exploring the rough-hewn pleasures of frontier love as her young character crosses the threshold into womanhood. Now,
see, that was creative.
This is great if I'm home on the toilet, but it doesn't really do a whole lot when I'm doing an interview. I'm supposed to work that in.
Okay, I'll help you. Saturday night. CBS.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Okay. And with that, we will go to the phones. Ashley.
Hi, guys.
Hey, you're 20.
Hi.
Yeah, I have a kind of an embarrassing question, I guess. me and my friend we've been friends for about 6 years, and we got into a fight about a year ago, and I found out during that time that her boyfriend of 3 years was very interested in me, and I carried on a relationship with him for about 6 months, and me and my friend are friends again, and he's starting the same old stuff again because I ended it with him, and I don't know whether I should tell her because now they're planning on getting married, and I feel like she should know about it, about what he's been doing.
Would you be willing to sacrifice the friendship to at least provide her with the information she needs to make a judgment about whether or not she should be marrying this guy?
See, I don't know, because we didn't get, I don't know, we had a lot of fights and a lot of problems in the past, but now we're getting along so good.
I understand,
don't
but I understand you don't want to lose it, but do you care enough about her to be willing to sacrifice the friendship in an attempt to at least be helpful?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's your, wait, no going further, that's your answer. I mean, that's it. She needs to know this. She's about to marry this guy. It may cost the friendship, probably won't, frankly.
How old is your friend?
She's 19.
And how old's this guy?
23.
And did you say that you guys went out before this, or you just had sex?
We just had sex a lot.
Don't put it that way when you tell her about it.
Oh, boy, my sore. Listen, I got to come clean.
No. I mean, I don't...
Wait, you had sex a lot while they were going out?
Well, he told me, because we were not friends for a while before that, and he told me that they were having problems and that he didn't want to see her anymore and that he had broken it off with her, which was all a lie.
All right, so you have a defense, but...
Yeah, except for you knew what was going on.
Yeah.
See? Everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
They just
deal
do
with
what's
reality,
convenient.
people. Deal with reality on reality's terms.
The thing is, though, is she's caught him cheating twice and hasn't done anything about it.
Well, she's going to marry him. That's what she's going to do about it. She's going to dig in real deep. This is up to her to make bad decisions like this. But at 19, she shouldn't be getting married anyway.
I don't even think this one is going to make it to the divorce phase. I smell annulment, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even think they'll go whatever the few months it takes to officially then get divorced. I think this is going to be annulled. Is she pregnant?
She's been pregnant twice and had 2 abortions.
All right. Jessica, you see what you got waiting for you?
Can I add a little bit of advice?
Yo, sure, jump in.
My thing, Ashley, is this is your friend, and if, she's forgiven him twice in the past for cheating on her, then just by telling this girl that her boyfriend's doing this, I just think it's something she'd want to know, and letting her accept it the way she wants, whether it be marrying him or breaking it off. As a friend, you should tell her what you know.
But it's with her.
It's going to cost the friendship. Probably.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I kind of agree with you. I don't think it will because she has a defense and.
All right. So
it's for her best interest.
Ashley.
Yeah.
You know how you normally play stupid?
Yeah.
I want you to play extra stupid.
Okay.
And tell her you just had no idea. You thought they're broken up. And you're doing this out of friendship.
Some data was published tonight that suggests, listen, 20% of American teenagers are physically abused, 10% sexually abused. And they have and these are who we're talking to here. They have an extraordinary predilection for teen pregnancy then. 2 abortions, 19.
Yeah, but what is is it one of those things where you hear those late night PSAs where they go, 1 out of every 3 women will be raped before her 12th birthday?
Well, it was by their own report.
Is it one of those things where they just count bad...
Listen to what we talk to every night. Do you think it's uncommon?
I know, but we are magnets for screwed up people. I can't believe that this is any kind of representation of society.
Oh, yes.
It is?
Oh, yes.
Oh, geez, I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, come on. It's what I see when I go out there and practice medicine all the time.
Jessica, you have a boyfriend?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I could raise you like my own.
Just because you live now in the pristine Hollywood world,
yes,
insulated from reality, and you're such a big shot now that nobody can
What do you mean? I had my people call you just this weekend. What do you mean? I'm not accessible anymore.
You're not connected with reality.
Thank God. We should just go back to Dr. Quinn days. That's it. Everyone
There's
traded.
sex before marriage, marriage at 17, kids at 18.
Everyone dies at 35. But it was
Life's happily ever after.
it was still a better.
50% of kids don't make it through age 2.
Still a better place. Hey, did they
That's
get
true.
into
So
some?
sad.
Did they
That
get
is
into
sad.
good stuff on Dr. Quinn, like an abortion or the herpes or anything like that?
They've played with a couple of different ideas that did actually happen. Most of Dr. Quinn is based on a historic. Let me try this again. Most of Dr. Quinn's facts are based on historical trivia,
And the
From an actual frontier.
historical events. Yeah.
and
from
the
a
date is like
frontier point of
1860
view.
or so. Is that
1870s.
1870? I mean, medicine was practiced by charlatans, and I mean, it really was a mess.
Right. Not today, where it's practiced by alcoholic golfers.
Go to hell.
Back then, it was charlatans. I don't
Except
know
for
what's
you, don't
worse,
worry.
actually. So, all right, but I'm sure you've had some very special Dr. Quinn episodes.
Our most controversial was about Walt Whitman and proposing the idea that he was gay in the 1870s, and that was like our big one of the season.
But that have you had?
Oh my
have you
God, a breakthrough. Oh, Whitman gay, you're
well, no,
kidding me.
actually, a lot of people are offended. A lot of people felt that this was like their family value show, and gay did not exist, and that never did happen. This is Walt Whitman, acclaimed poet and writer. No, he was not gay. That's impossible.
Oh, of
Was a lot
course.
people-
Listen, now anybody in the arts is gay. I mean, any writer, any poet, and any artist are gay. Please.
Many.
But have you ever had, and I don't know if you guys do this or not, but did they ever do this week on a very special Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman?
That was the Walt Whitman.
That was
one.
only one? Walt Whitman's gay? That's a very special one? Doesn't somebody get cancer or something?
Yeah, we've had breast cancer.
Oh, okay.
See,
well, there
we've
you go.
covered
That's
all
a
the
very
diseases.
special one.
There's
Very
one where
special,
Dr.
Dr.
Quinn plays by her own rules.
No. That's a little inside joke there. But you know that Del Cecchio, or what's that? No, I just heard the advertisement on the radio today. Della Ventura, this new, he's a PI. I don't know what station he's on, but it's the new Danny L show.
Da-da-da.
He, oh, you're making fun of me now? It took 45 minutes to spit out that
I'm
last
contagious
sentence.
now.
I don't know if you heard of it, but Della Ventura, he plays by his own rules.
Yeah, all the power to
I
him.
thought I'd play chess with him sometime.
Oh, yeah, you just pick the pieces up and run.
Just throw the board on the
throw
ground.
the board.
I'm on.
Carlos,
Yeah?
you're 17.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up? I wanted to ask Dr. Drew a question.
Yeah, Carlos.
Yeah, I get these anxiety attacks, like, constantly. Like, they usually last, like, all day.
Right.
And I think about, like, death a lot. And
About hurting yourself, or about
No.
frightened about death, or
it's just, like, I think about, like, what will happen after death. It's like,
so you get sort of intrusive, obsessive thoughts.
yeah, like, obsessed with death.
Are you obsessed with other things?
Not really.
Tell me more about yourself. Have you been depressed a lot, or
Depressed? Not really. Not that
not that you're aware of? When did this all start?
it was going on about a month ago.
Yeah.
And then, like, just started about maybe 3 weeks ago.
Was something happening in your life back then?
Not really.
Haven't lost anybody? Anything? Like?
My dad. That's it. Well, he didn't die, but he
What?
was, like, gone.
Where'd he go?
Moved out.
Yeah, that's something.
All right, that's for real. Okay, that's a big change, isn't it? Why'd he move out?
Problems. My mom.
What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Just problems.
Was he drinking or she drinking?
Yeah, he was drinking.
Okay.
See, it's like it's really a fun and magical adventure we go on when we talk to our listeners. It's like it's like trying to open a crate with a
Your teeth.
it's sort of like a ballpoint pen or something. It just takes a while, but you loosen up the top, and you never know what you're going to find in there.
But you know all the while the crate's going to go, no.
No, don't open me.
Don't do it. It's not so.
All right, so he was drinking too much. Your mom threw him out?
Yeah, well, he chose to leave.
Because your mom made him.
Yeah.
All right.
Next time I get fired, I'm going to choose to quit.
Because we don't mean to make funny. I mean, this is heavy stuff. And people your age really don't even realize how much they take responsibility for what happens in their family, how much the strife, how much the chaos in the family impacts on your emotional world. I mean, naturally you get depressed. Naturally it's hard to concentrate. Naturally your grades go down. Naturally Sometimes people act out sexually and get pregnant or get into drugs to try to escape these horrible feelings that you're stuck with. You're having panic attacks.
Yeah.
Probably it's because you're depressed. Probably because you've had some heavy hits here as a result of the feelings attached to watching this go down, having an alcoholic father, having him leave. God knows how that went down and how he made you feel when he left.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to have feelings. Of course, there's going to be a reaction to this, but also get yourself the help you need. I mean, you're acknowledging the stuff going on here, the symptoms you're having. You're totally detached from where they're coming from. In other words, the obsession about death is not because you're obsessed about death, because you have some heavy feelings and it's generating these obsessive, intrusive thoughts that are actually protecting you from your feelings. Go get some help, talk to somebody, deal with this directly, and stay focused on school. Don't do anything where you can hurt yourself. Don't get involved in drugs.
Don't use your pager in an irresponsible way, especially whilst doing a national radio show. Drew, didn't I talk to you just last night about getting the vibrate mode on that thing fixed?
I got it.
What do you mean you've got it?
I got it. I just didn't turn it on.
Oh, please. You mean, what'd you do? Get a new one?
It's on.
You got a new pager?
Got a new pager.
Because I yelled at you last night?
Because I've been planning to get a new pager.
Because I yelled at you last night?
That helped it along.
Jessica, like during the OJ trial?
OJ trial?
Yeah.
He's
Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of.
Who knows where he's going? Just follow. Just follow him.
Did Dr. Quinn do like a spousal abuse episode?
Actually, I wasn't on the show when OJ trial was.
Wow, has it been that?
The show's been on for, like I said, 5 years.
Uh-huh.
But I replaced a character about 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So
you just missed it.
Wasn't OJ like 6 months ago?
It seems like it. I think we're talking about a different. I think that's a trial where they argue over the whose piano and whose urn this is. All right, Jessica Bowman is here. She's from Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Dr. Drew, Medicine Man, is going to the phone to call the emergency room, and we will be back.
Hi, this is David Spade, and when I'm driving around listening to the radio, if there's absolutely nothing on any other station, I listen to Loveline with Adam and Drew, because I'm naughty.
Yes, he is. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Carolla, Dr. Drew. Jessica Bowman is here. She is on Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. She plays Dr. Quinn's daughter, Colleen, and you're starting your own practice this year, huh?
Well, I'm starting a romance with a doctor who I ended last season with saying I would start a practice with. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, so the two of you are going to,
branch off into being partners.
Yeah. And it's not, is there...
Another series will grow out of that.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be like Joni Loves Chachi.
Right.
Frontier version of Joni Loves Chachi. So, is this show in syndication yet?
Yeah, it's on every morning at 9 a.m.
Oh, you get a piece of that action?
It's really nice.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, you're just breaking my back.
Well, it's so unexpected. Like, you go to, you're checking the mail. You
please.
get your, catalogs.
Oh, when I was 16.
Things come every once in a while. It's so nice.
When I was 16, I was mowing the lawn of the neighbor's house for $4. Oh, my God. And you just sashay out to the mail, and oops, there's something nice for the kitty.
No, because I don't get, it goes into a trust until I'm 18.
No.
And it goes to college.
Let me tell you, if I were your folks, I'd put you in rehab right now. Preemptive rehab. No, you don't have a problem, I'm sure. I'm sure you've never touched a drop of liquor or a kilo of heroin in your life. But the point is you're going to be 18.
Don't worry, Adam's on me about my kids the same way.
Yeah, put them in...
Children?
Yeah. Oh, sure.
They're younger babies.
That's insulting. Come on.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
They're heroin addicts, as you put it. So.
Show them the pictures.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
They're so cute. They're so happy.
That could all be yours.
They're like the happy family.
He'll leave his wife tomorrow.
They're adorable.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, I don't want you to run into this big wad of money when you're 18 and spin out of control like some of these Hollywood types.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I hope I won't.
Well,
I don't think I will.
Where do you want to go to college?
I'm never going to say never.
Where do you want to go to college?
Well, starting in December, I'm doing UC Berkeley correspondence. I'm going to do it here.
Is that where you want to go?
I don't think so, because the freshman class is so beyond huge that I don't want to be in that overwhelming area. And plus, I grew up in the Bay Area.
It's too
large.
Where do you want to go?
I want to go to Harvard, but we'll see what happens.
What do you got to go? You don't need to go to school. You make more money than all the professors.
Right,
Listen, just buy yourself an encyclopedia and go home. sit in your palatial
Pretend
estate.
like I know a couple things.
Yeah.
Read the thesaurus to get a vocab, and
Well,
that's about
If
it.
we get a real education, go to Amherst or Williams, Swarthmore. These are real
Where'd you
schools.
go, Drew?
Amherst.
I don't know.
What
I
a
had a feeling
coincidence.
that was coming.
Listen, you want an education, you go to Valley College, maybe Pierce, out in the San Fernando Valley. Pick up a real education, and you can get shot at in the parking lot.
Sounds so much fun.
Let me explain, seriously, because I plotted out your career.
Well, did you go to college?
No, I didn't go to college. And look at me now. I go out to the mailbox, I get a kick in the ass, I come back. There's no check out there.
Victoria's Secret's catalog.
Drew and I have the only TV show that's on an hour a week, 7 nights a week, and we don't get an effing penny. I mean, it's really, we might as well just start our own cable network. And we'll just do like, public access or something like that. It's really the same money. Meanwhile, you're pampered on the set, and you just waltz out to the mailbox.
It's so nice when I talk about it. I'm not actually like working 10.5 hours a day and doing school.
Please, but you're 16. You think you're having fun. You haven't learned to loathe
I don't
it
really
like we
know what
have.
I'm doing.
But listen, let me explain about your education for
Go
just 1
for it.
second. First off, with the type of education that you're currently receiving, you'll probably be further along than half the college students in this country anyway, because you get the personalized attention. You have the tutor on the set and whatnot. Number two, I don't know if you've watched the news lately, but fully 2/3 of the kids that go to college die of alcohol poisoning in the first semester.
Well, there goes college.
All right. Number three, the reason you go to college is to learn something, to then go out and apply your trade and make some money. You've got plenty of money. All you need is a satellite dish and a computer. You watch the History Channel. You watch some A&E. You watch the, get yourself some books on cassette. Fire up punch into the AOL on the computer. You don't have to leave your house.
I don't know. I always thought college was like further your education, your interests, become more cultured.
Nah, just a bunch of horny guys getting drunk.
Well, here's
all.
Complete waste of time, right?
Yes.
In fact, here's something. Somebody faxed us a proposed fixture for college dorms and bars called this is the Industry News. This is from Industry California. It's called the Vomit Fixture. The fixture would be marketed to commercial institutional plumbers. Let's see. The oval-shaped fixture is comparable to conventional fixtures and large opening. It's a vomitorium.
So meaning instead of a urinal, instead of a toilet, instead of a
you
sink.
could place it in different other places than where you would put a urinal, say.
I see. This would be the Americanized version of the bidet.
Right.
Right. I vomited in an ice maker in Tijuana once. Have you ever vomited?
No, never in my life.
Really? Don't
Of course
worry.
I have.
Oh, you have? Yeah, but because of excessive drinking?
No.
No. Really?
You get zits if you drink. This is what I've decided.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No.
And you get chubby.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but you get chubby, but who
Honestly,
cares?
some fat kid with zits. It's
Oh, who cares if you're fat and you got zits? Guys will have you anyway.
just to be drunk and be fat and have zits, it's just not worth it.
No, okay, I don't know where the zits come from. The zits are hereditary. They really are. People are talking. Oh, please! Nothing clears your pores out better like a shot of tequila.
Let's get
all right.
We take all one call this hour.
All right. Well, put down the email and
New skin remedy. Shot of tequila.
Becky.
Hi.
Hey, you're 22.
I have a problem becoming intimate with guys. I've never even been on a date. I've never kissed a guy, and I feel like there's something really wrong with me.
Mm-hmm.
Any clues?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'm getting that gambling
feel.
Kind of wanting to gamble.
Itching,
Yeah, I got an itchy gambling finger. Becky,
yeah.
should we be gambling on you?
No.
No. Not had anything go wrong in the childhood?
No, not really.
There's a dramatic pause there.
Only child?
No.
Why don't you give me $1 for that one, Drew? Give me $1 because you put the hand up and you said hold it. Come on, I gave you $1 last night for some lame comment you made that you're right
It's the dollar
about.
that I'd given to you. It was equally as lame.
No, I was right on with my
So was
comment. Well, you're supposed to be smarter. You went to college. All right, so Becky.
Yes.
Are your parents religious?
No.
No. Do you love them?
Yes.
They still together?
No.
How do you feel about your dad?
I don't know.
You don't like him much?
No, I love him,
But what?
well, I'm kind of separating myself from him because he has cancer.
How long has he been dealing with cancer?
He discovered he had prostate cancer and colon cancer last November, and actually 80 and tomorrow he's having a liver resection. So.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Yeah. Before that, were you sort of living with him possibly having cancer?
Yeah.
How long have you been living with that possibility? Or the reality of him having some form of cancer?
Probably 18 months.
18 months.
But this still doesn't really explain it.
Is he a heavy drinker?
No.
He must be a smoker. I mean, how old is he?
65.
Yeah,
did he, did he ever abuse you in any way?
Maybe physically and mentally, but not in the other way.
All right. See, I could have won a buck. So, what did he do to you, Becky?
He wasn't very nice to my mom.
Uh-huh.
He's been married 3 times, and he isn't a very good husband. But he is a good father. I mean, he was overly strict and everything, but... I mean, no, he's...
there's a difference. By the way, I was thinking about this the other night. There is a huge difference between strict, structured, and abusive.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what a lot of our listeners consider strict, tough, is really abusive.
Well, Drew, you're quick to hop to the abusive. I mean, I don't know that your definition of abuse is a little bit judgmental sometimes.
I'm judging it based on the outcome of the individual I'm talking to.
Okay.
She was abused. So I know that was not just strict parenting, it was abusive parenting.
Did he strike you, Becky?
In the face?
Oh, boy. I am so close to hanging up on you, Becky.
Anywhere.
Well, he spanked me at the belt a couple of times.
Okay.
But, I mean, I don't have anything against him.
Yeah, I know. I know it's weird because he's has cancer and you're dealing with all that, but we're trying to get to the bottom of this. And it's important to be truthful, even though I think you're having some reverence for him because of his condition.
Well, it's also a guilt. You know, there's all kinds of fantasies that go along with having that kind of rage at somebody that abuses you.
I don't ever remember him hitting me or being mean to me. This is what people have told me.
But, well, you said he was physically and verbally abusive.
But people have told you he used to strike you with a belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he struck you with a belt.
Well, Becky?
Yes?
There's a reason why you're 22 and you've never been involved in a relationship, and it's probably because of this man.
It has to do with your primary objects, your primary relationships. Okay, that profoundly affects your ability then to go out and carry on relationships with your peers. If it was a horrible experience for whatever reason, you're gonna shy away from it. You know?
What the hell does that mean?
If you experience interpersonal relations as abusive and horrible, it's going to be you're going to tend to stay away from them.
Right. Okay.
It's a possible reaction to that kind of
All right. So here's my advice, Jessica. You jump in anytime.
I'm going to leave this one to you, too.
Oh, okay. You're in a real weird position right now because you have a lot of ill feelings for your dad, but you have a lot of guilt for those ill feelings because of your dad's current condition. This is going to, he's going to pass away, but your troubles will not pass away with him. This is something that's going to haunt you for a while, and you're going to wrestle with it for a long time. I would suggest making as much peace with him and as much peace with your feelings as possible while he's alive.
Right, so you don't try to hook up with an abusive guy to try to make it right with in your life.
Then get into some therapy and sort some things out. When you get this relationship sorted out, then the rest of the relationships will come very easily, or at least without as much difficulty.
Sounds pretty simple, Adam.
That was good, huh?
That was
yes.
really good. I'm
you see, I didn't go to college.
No college, and you can do it. Maybe I'll just skip college.
Big trip out to the mailbox for that big fat residual check. How long has those residual checks been coming?
About a year.
Oh, a year. And you really wouldn't even have to work. I mean, you don't have to work anymore, right? Because as long as the show gets lost...
I work for the joy of working, not for getting paid.
Oh, jeez.
And that sounds cheesy, but it's true.
Made a lot of money already.
This is such... Oh, and, I'll bet... who played Dobie Gillis? Bob Denver, just like to kill you. All these guys from the past that just got
1980.
Yeah, they just got they just got rolled by the system. We paid Jay North made $222 a month doing Dennis the Menace, and that was it. As a matter of fact, he owed them money at the end. And the thing's been syndicated for the last 35 years. He hasn't seen a penny. Once the big thrill is he gets to go down to the IHOP and sign a few autographs once in a while or something. Oh, okay. All right, I'm over it. Are you sure I wasn't in a series that I don't know about, Drew? If I was in any kind of series that I'm not aware of, please, somebody call in and tell me about this. I may have been in the Brady Bunch for a short period of time as the fourth troublesome, nappy-headed brother. All right, we'll be back.
Hi, this is Tom Arnold, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Well, I got your name right that time.
Yeah, I think that was like the fifth take. Yes, it is Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. It is Loveline. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Jessica Bowman is here. She is from Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. You can find her and her other Western cronies.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. It's 10 o'clock. Pardon me. I'm back. It's 8 o'clock on Saturday on the fabulous CBS network. Fifth season, and no signs of slowing down. To me, this is it. You'll be rich by 18. Forget about college. Just relax. Find a nice guy. Don't marry into the industry. Don't be going out with Charlie Sheen or something like that. Just find a nice guy. Find a nice podiatrist. And just call it a life. Raise the kids.
I'm going to follow your advice.
Yes, don't get into trouble. Stay out of Hollywood. All right. Where do you guys film that?
It's right over Malibu Canyon on Canaan Road.
Oh, that's where the set is?
Agora, yeah.
Is it like where MASH was?
Yeah, that's what he just said. I have no idea where MASH was. But we're at Paramount.
MASH was this famous sitcom from the...
Yeah, I know what MASH was, but I do not know where it was filmed.
Probably was there. If you see...
it was about as far before she was born as You Bet Your Life was before you were born.
Oh, that's scary. Jesus Christ, that is scary. All right, let's go to the phones. Zach, you're 15.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
I actually have two questions. I just remembered my second one. All right, the first question is that one of my friends told me that, like, people who smoke, like, a lot of weed will get, like, serious acne. And I don't know if this is true or
It
not.
can certainly affect your memory, and you're showing us a little example of that this evening. But it does not cause acne, to my knowledge.
Oh, because, like, a lot of my friends, like, smoke weed, like, on a daily basis, have, like, serious acne, and so does my older brother.
I don't know of any association that has scientifically been made out there, and I've not really noticed that myself. I treat a lot of marijuana.
The pot didn't cause the acne. They're smoking to forget.
The acne.
Yes.
Yeah, it also makes you a little bit inattentive to things, perhaps, and acne has treatments. And you should certainly avail yourself of that treatment.
Ann makes a good point, which is the 4 pounds of Funyuns you ingest directly after smoking the marijuana may be the cause of the acne. All right.
Next.
Val.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah.
Ooh, that voice. Wow.
I
don't really have a question. I kind of need advice. I've been thinking about getting into divorce.
Hang on a second. Let's bet.
You want to bet just based on the voice?
Yeah.
Jeez, I wasn't getting a whole lot from that voice, but all right. Val?
Yeah?
How tall are you?
5'2".
How much you weigh?
115. I just had a baby about 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you go state your question?
All right, state the question.
What is going on?
We're going to gamble on her past, and so are you. Why don't you run down to the mailbox and go down to the mailbox and get $1? You don't have $1?
$20?
I don't have $1.
Look at you. You're dressed like a Ewok or
I
something.
dressed up too much, didn't I?
Oh, she's like a cuddly little bear. Well, she's wearing a jumpsuit. Like
hey, I just came from work.
She's dressed like a Christian rapper.
All right, Val, state the question.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting a divorce. My husband's in jail right now. And we haven't even been married a year yet.
How old is he?
He's 23.
Okay,
we're going to gamble now. All right, Jessica.
You had to get it all. You had to ever spit it out.
Oh, jeez, I had too much goulash tonight. I can't get the wallet out of my ass. All right, Jessica, you don't have $1?
I don't have $1, but I will watch.
This is now you will be involved. And this is chivalry is not dead. I'm throwing $1 in for young Jessica. Even though it's 16, she makes more than I'll ever even look at.
Period.
I have a feeling this is not true what you're saying, but okay.
I know it is. But don't worry, I have earning potential.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Perhaps by the time I get to my 50s. All right, we all have $1 out. And here's what we're doing. We gamble on people's pasts in these shows. the reason you are where you are today is usually based on your upbringing, what the environment was like at home as a youngin.
And the gambling is to sort of highlight how predictable that is, and also to kind of break in before people have a chance to defend against our confrontations.
And it's just good radio. And Drew can make a few bucks.
So what are we going to say about Valerie's past, or Val's past?
Well, their first tip-off is she had that little girl voice. And there's always trouble with that little girl voice.
It suggests a developmental arrest. She sounded like an 11-year-old.
Right. Okay. I'm going with...
and she's married to a guy who's been in jail a year. She has a child at 19. It's all a lot of chaos in her life.
Okay.
Is she still here?
She's on hold.
She's on hold.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to go first, or shall I?
I'm so not going to go first right now.
Okay. I'll go first. You can go second.
Okay.
I'm going with issues with Daddy.
Be specific, because I'm going there, too.
Sexual abuse, physical abuse, abandonment. Daddy abandonment.
Just Dad left.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, sure. Dad, give a scenario.
Dad left?
At 3, 2?
I don't know what time it was.
3 years of age?
It's a little clock humor there, Drew.
Okay.
I'll go before 5.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go with Dad was a very physically abusive. A lot of violence in the home.
Okay. Jessica?
Okay, but what time did he leave? Because I would have to say 6.
You're going
6 is an age when you're like Daddy's little girl.
You're going past. All right, so you go 6 and past. I'll go 6 and earlier. Okay, with Daddy abandonment.
Okay, so Daddy's little girl and Daddy's gone.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Let's see who's right. I'm right, Val? Got to win $3
actually,
here.
I think you all owe me $1 because you're all wrong. Actually, it's my brother, but...
what happened with your brother?
Well, he was an abusive one.
He abused you?
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, my parents worked a lot, so we're about 6 years apart. So he was basically the person who basically punished me if I got into trouble.
So he was physically abusive to you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like he beat me. He was the one who spanked me and disciplined me, basically.
Look, at the time, he must have been 15.
Yeah.
A 15-year-old is in no position to be making those kinds of decisions.
15, younger than 15, even.
And before, right. And what else did he do to you? Anything?
No. He was just the person who disciplined me.
How old were you when you first had sex?
I was 13.
Okay. And anything before that?
No.
Dad, Mom still together?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They've been together for over 25 years.
Sounds a little bit curious.
Something more going on here. Yeah, we can't quite get. We may not get.
Who'd you have sex with when you were 13?
A boyfriend.
How old was he?
20?
No, he was 14.
Let's see. Brother, no shenanigans with the brother sexually?
Ew, no.
Okay. Just light spankings, no all and out. You weren't terrorized by him?
I felt terrorized just because he was, the one. He was more aggressive than my parents were.
Where were your parents? Why weren't they involved with your life in any way? Why did they allow him to run roughshod on you like this?
Every time I told on him, my mom would yell at him, and I would, get pinched harder.
Where would he pinch you?
On my arm.
And why do I get the sense there was a lot of violence in the home? Was there a lot of yelling and screaming going on?
No.
No. Okay.
So why'd you marry a guy who went to jail and get pregnant then?
Actually, he got in trouble before we met, and it didn't actually catch up to him until after we were together. He had to go through almost a year worth of court.
What did he do? Drugs?
No, malicious mischief. He was with a couple guys, and they went out robbing cars.
You mean like carjacking?
Yeah, well, they didn't take cars. They took, the stuff in the cars, yeah.
Just busting open windows and grabbing cassettes?
Yeah.
All right.
And you want to know, should you stay with this guy?
Well, I've decided that I want a divorce. The thing is he thinks that some way in the future we're going to get back together, and he wants this happy little family with our son. And he planned a trip to Hawaii. That's where his mom lives. And he wants me to go there. And I said okay, because he's getting out of jail and he needs to spend time with his son. but I just found out that the tickets are one-way tickets.
Mm.
And his mom hasn't really been part of his life at all.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, you know, we have this baby.
I don't know. I'm always in favor of trying to work things out on behalf of the child, but you guys got a lot of work to do. And how old is he?
He's 23.
Yeah, you guys are so young. My God.
Babies.
Did you get married because you're pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least you did the smart thing. All right, Val. Yeah, we're all a little mixed here. I smell more trouble than you're actually letting on.
Well, when I got with him, I was kind of on the rebound.
Were you doing drugs all along or anything like that?
No. When I got together with my husband, I had just got out of a 3-year relationship.
Yeah.
And I had an abortion. I was kind of like pressured into it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
This is all more than there's more here than meets the surface.
It just feels that way to me too. But be that as it may, we got to go to break. So
I mean, it could be. You know, there are other psychiatric conditions that make people behave strange, like bipolar.
All right, Val. Number one, here's what I would do. I would make any decisions you make toward your relationship based on your child. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you think it's best that he be with his dad and that you guys be together and that you be in Hawaii, then go to Hawaii. If you think that you'd probably be better off on your own than you would with the con, eat macadamia nuts, I would stay here and let him go rekindle the relationship with Mom over there in Hawaii. What a surprise that he didn't have much of a relationship with his mother. Whew. Well, you learn something new every show, don't you, Drew?
Phenomenal.
All right. Jessica Bowman will be here when we get back. She's from Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. And Dr. Drew, you'll be here?
I expect.
Okay. Hey, it's Loveline. Confronting the media, or the publicists, I should say. All right, phone number. Forget the phone number. We'll be back in 10 seconds. Jessica Bowman is our guest tonight. She is on Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. You can find her on CBS Saturdays at 8 o'clock. She is Jane Seymour's daughter.
Correct.
And Jane Seymour, I'd like to talk about Jane Seymour for just 1 second. Women love this Jane Seymour. Oh, she is so beautiful. She is beautiful.
Are you saying only women love her? You don't think she's gorgeous?
Guys aren't. I never hear a guy saying anything about Jane Seymour. Women love Jane Seymour.
Well, Jane Seymour's
she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. It doesn't have an ounce of sex in her, to me. It doesn't do anything for me. But a beautiful woman.
I have not been, had any sexual feelings, no, but I think she's gorgeous.
She's definitely a beautiful woman, but sometimes I like to sit around and think, like, women are very competitive when it comes to each other and it comes to beauty. And there's certain women that other women can't stand, like a Pamela Anderson type. And then there are ones that they really like. And she's one of them.
Yeah,
Jane Seymour. Because she has small breasts.
No.
Yes. Believe me.
This is what you've come to in all your years.
Believe me, Drew, am I always right with these lame... these theories sound bizarre and lame, but they always end up being... There's always always a bit of truth in these things.
They get around to something
If Jane
like
Seymour
truth.
was a D-cup, women would hate her like they hate the cast of Baywatch. They love Jane Seymour because they know guys don't really care that much about him.
See, I don't think that's true because I know a lot of guys who think she's gorgeous.
All guys think she's gorgeous.
Because she is.
Because she is gorgeous. That's right. But so is a piece of art. So is a piece of classical music or something. Guys appreciate. Yeah, that's nice, but they're not really interested. They just think it's nice. That's the Jane Seymour thing. They think she's a beautiful woman, but they're not sexually drawn to her. Now, don't get me wrong. I would do her. And so would Drew.
Considerate.
So would Drew in a heartbeat. Wouldn't you, Drew?
No.
Yeah. But women like her because guys find her beautiful, but they're not going to leave their wife for her.
I don't know. I think it's because she has, like, a natural beauty that some other... women in the public eye, like Pamela Anderson, don't have. She has a beauty as a mother. She's a mother of 6 children. Yeah, 6 children. And there's, like, something natural about her.
Did she adopt some of those?
I believe 4 are hers and 2 are through marriage.
Okay.
For what?
Four
came out of her, and 2
are from
kids.
marriage. But I just think it's because she has like a welcoming beauty. It's you know, she's in the public eye and she's talking and she just appears nice and lovely.
Yeah,
and natural.
something about her I don't like. Really, she's not bitchy on the set. She's real nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Real nice.
Real friendly nice.
Real nice.
Really.
Yeah.
You know where your bread's buttered. Believe me, there'll be a little fever come into town, and Jessica's character will be killed off. If she talks
There goes Jessica.
any smack,
Typhoid.
and
Typhoid smitten.
there'll
We
be
get
no
on
more
the
trips
train.
to the mailbox.
The characters get on the train when they're like being dismissed.
Oh, really?
They're like this. Everyone's afraid if they're
So the
seeing them
producers-
on the train.
Producers do that where they go, they start checking their watch and go,
What time's the 3 o'clock train?
Getting on the train, kid.
there's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow. Will.
Will?
Is this a Will or a Will?
Will used a fake name, I'm guessing. Will?
Hello.
You sleep?
Yoo-hoo.
Wait. Is that him breathing?
No, I didn't hear him. We'll just put
Bye, Will.
we'll put Will on hold and go to the next one.
Can you check on that Will there?
Tammy, you're 32.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I've been in a relationship for 15 years, and I've been married for 15 years, and it's always been a little bit abusive, and I've just recently gotten real serious about this has got to stop, and I've asked him to leave twice, and I had to get a restraining order on him like a few days ago.
What's your question?
And he wants to get back together.
Of course he does.
And I love him.
That's the abuser. That's the abusing pattern.
I love him, but I don't know if I should even try to work things out or not.
Did you say you wanted the abuse to stop?
Yeah, I want it to stop.
Well, let's be fair. It's only been 15 years.
He's not been-
Let's not jump to any snap
It doesn't
judgments
happen all
here.
the time. It only happens like every 2 months or 3 months.
I don't know any of abusers that abuse all the time.
Well, all right, let me do some math here. Every 2 or 3 months,
4 times a year,
say
15
5
years.
times,
60, 75, yeah.
75 times this has happened?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, it's not even 100.
And it hasn't been, I mean, it's just been bruises and stuff.
No, that's enough. Tammy, you got married at 17?
Yeah,
To get away from your abusive father.
yeah.
Okay?
Hold on. I'll give Drew $1 for that.
Thank you.
Don't worry, they're all mine. Actually, that was your $1. Screw you. I could have figured that one out. All right, so Tammy, you understand what's going on now, right?
Yeah, but I just keep on making excuses.
Yeah. Well, that's because you haven't done any work in the last 15 years.
What do you mean?
You haven't changed. You haven't changed.
I mean, here's the situation, Tammy. Whatever it is attracted to you to him, or I'll tell you what it was, is because your dad was abusive, and that's what attracted you to him, like we always talk about on this show. And then in the 15 years that you've been with him, you haven't really done any work on yourself to get rid of whatever it was, or get rid of that attracted you to him. So that's still there.
You're just acting out the same thing over and over and over and over. And here you are once again going, you're drawn right back into it.
And you will go get with another abusive guy.
I've been thinking a lot about this. I think, absolutely, she'll get with another abusive guy. But I think that people get stuck in these ruts, particularly in these kinds of behaviors, because outside of that familiar realm of the object relation that is abusive, is nothingness. They don't it's like they don't even exist as a person outside of that. They can't imagine being outside of this way of behaving because it's so much a part of who they are.
Same reason we invented God, if you really want to think about it.
To help us deal with that.
Wait a minute, you don't die. I'll tell you what you do. You go with your grandparents where the streets are lined with gold. And your dog, Shep, will be there. Yeah, okay. All right, well, that's better. All right, let's eat. That's not so bad. It's really the same concept, Drew. I hate to offend all the Christians.
But it helps humans deal with the nothingness that exists. They can't get away from these patterns without help. And the only way you can do it is with another person. I mean, that's why Adam always talks about therapy. That's why we sometimes suggest that. That's what that is. It's helping you grow out of that under the watchful and empathic connection with another person.
Well, I've been going to therapy for 1.5 years.
Good. This is why you're starting to get away from it.
This is why you're thinking about stopping.
This is good. Follow this impulse, Tammy. That's it. Follow it. That's what happens. 5 years ago, she probably wasn't even close and never would have dreamt of this.
Yeah.
She's been getting some therapy, helping herself out a little bit, and now she's seeing. And still may not be ready to make the move. But
a year and a half. It would take 5 years to
stays
with
with
this stuff.
Yeah. See why I worry about you, Jessica?
So I'm a heroin addict who didn't go to college, and now in an abusive relationship.
I'm just saying, go to rehab before you have a problem. Before you even try drugs, go to rehab. Don't you think that would work, Drew?
I've wondered about things like that.
I don't know.
We have, for instance, the question out there is on the table is, what do you do with the identified incipient addict? Person that's got the gene, things evolving, you can see it, it's happening. What do you do with them?
You mean at age 13?
Age 16, they've had no real consequence yet, but you can see the momentum, you can see it start to build.
No, because then all day, say the drug was cocaine, and you're going to be hearing, don't do it, you can't do it anymore, and all day long, for say you're in there for a month, your mind's going to be going, what is this thing that people are here trying to get off of?
No, boy.
And that's your toast. So.
She is toast.
Well, no, I mean, you tell people to go to rehab to learn how to get off a drug that they're never on. The only curiosity is going to go to, well, why are so many people on this drug? What's so great about it?
All right, that's
you know how to get off it. You're in control because you've been to rehab. I'm not thinking that way. I'm saying that was...
But I'm not saying, though, something you've never been on, but something you've developing a relationship with and developing momentum with. How do you deal with the incipient problem? How do you find people to motivate them to do the things they need to do, or to even get them to stop? Because they really don't believe they
you got to yank them right out of society and into one of the Adam Carolla reprogramming camps. Believe me, we're going to have a best softball team in the West Valley. Boys, hey, could you give me? Can you give me some kind of walk-on role or something on Dr. Quinn?
You want to be on Dr. Quinn?
He's actually getting overtly.
I'll be like Zachary, the retarded guy who comes through town and chops wood or something.
You can be an extra.
A hobo.
Like if you look at the screen in a certain way and don't blink, maybe we'll get to see it. It'll be a lot of fun.
No, I don't want to be. I don't want to be one of the town's folks who gathers in with a pitchfork and a torch, saying, Adam, your line is mugga, 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 mugga." Give me just a couple of words on that, couldn't you? You've been on the show long enough.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. See, this would be genius. All people doing shows should listen to me right now. I would come back on the air and I would talk about this episode. And you get huge ratings. Do you see?
I see.
All right.
I will work on that.
You'll probably have a piece of the show by the time you're 17 and a half.
Hey.
Oscar, you're 20.
Yeah. How you doing? I have a question. For the past 2 weeks, I've been having blood coming out of my semen.
Mm-hmm. Every time?
Yeah.
Is it overtly bloody, like the whole thing is blood, or just some streaks?
The first time I noticed it was all blood.
Okay.
And then after that, it's been clearing up a little.
Okay.
Is that when you're going number 1 or number
semen?
3?
Semen.
Oh, semen. Oh, I thought it just said it was coming out of his urethra.
No.
It's in the semen?
Yeah.
All right. None in the urine?
I went to the doctor. They said they found a little trace.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
That's probably just cleaning out the semen that was in there.
Right. And what kind of workup did you have?
Excuse me?
What kind of evaluation did you have?
Well, I had they tested me for gonorrhea and chlamydia.
All right.
And they came back negative.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's all they did?
That's all. Well, urine and blood.
I would suggest you have a little more done than just that. I mean, sometimes it's important to get the prostate screened and see a urologist, have an IVP. Sometimes cystoscopy is necessary. I mean, there are other evaluations that can be useful in making sure this isn't something important. This is a common problem. The majority of the time, it is nothing. It's just something that, like a sort of a leaky blood vessel that springs a leak in there and just causes blood. But usually, it's a little bit of blood. It's not overt blood like that. That kind of concerns me a little bit. Right. Certainly, a sexually transmitted disease, epididymitis, prostatitis, can predispose.
Does it have that Thousand Island look to it?
Excuse me?
That is disgusting. Even I am disgusted.
Well, you know when the ketchup gets in with the mayonnaise?
We're done hearing this, Adam.
Okay. I'm sorry. For Christ's sake, Jessica's 16.
Are you doing other drugs? Are you doing drugs other than pot?
That's actually a good way to phrase it. You doing other drugs?
No.
Just the pot?
Yeah.
Okay. How'd you know he's doing the pot?
He's got that voice.
Yeah.
See if we can give him another $1 now.
No, please.
That's not worth $1?
You're very free with that money that's not yours.
That's now his.
Miss, I'm going to sue my parents at 17 and waltz to the mailbox for the rest of my life.
Oh, God.
Is there anything I should be real concerned about?
No, it's very common. It usually is nothing, but I think you ought to complete the evaluation. I really do.
All right, Drew, like you read that next call. Drew.
Yeah,
Drew.
Adam?
Now you're 21.
Yeah. Jessica?
Yeah?
Go to CSU. I guarantee you'll love it up here. And definitely talk to a good financial consultant away from your family and whatnot about your money. You got to take care of it.
Oh, thank you for your
Adam,
concern.
I saw that article about you in details. It was great.
Oh.
And Dr. Drew is
Yeah.
Freudian, but it's very cool. I like it. My girlfriend has, like, these god-awful cramps.
Wait a minute. You go to Cal State?
No, CSU.
Cal State University.
Colorado State University.
Okay.
She's got these really bad cramps, and I was just hoping that you could maybe tell me something that I could tell her that would help alleviate it.
Has she been checked out to see what's causing them?
Yeah, she's gone to doctors and stuff, or gynecologists and whatnot. And
There's
they're just
nothing.
like, well, just live with it and take whatever.
Non-steroidals.
Wait, aren't we going to CSU to do some kind of thing in like
if the
3 weeks or
powers that be
something?
allow us to.
Hey, we may be up there, Drew.
All right, you can stay at my apartment.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking to flop somewhere.
Okay.
No, we're going to Boulder. Boulder?
No, we're in Fort Collins.
Yeah, we're going to Boulder.
No. All right.
Oh, well.
What do you know?
Oh, well.
So what was the question?
Cramps.
So
right.
what is she taking now?
Just that blue stuff, Aleve.
Aleve. How much is she taking?
So much. So much that's part of the reason I called it, because it worries me that she takes so much of it.
Yeah, and non-steroidals are
Wait a minute,
not...
she shouldn't have to take that much of that. I've seen the commercial where the
I
the
know.
guy she's shoeing horses, you know, and he
Two a day,
conveniently
8
he
hours.
has he goes, I used to have to take these, and he opens his hand and there's 700 Valium in one hand, and then he goes, or I'd have to take 35 of these, or just a shaving, just a shard from one of these Aleves.
Yep.
Well, 6 a day would be about as much as she should be taking of that. And,
Right. Do you know of any just prescription drugs or
well, it depends
maybe
what the
organic treatment?
Well, look, again, it depends what the nature of the problem is. If it is just plain old dysmenorrhea, I mean, things like the oral contraceptive pill can be useful. Non-steroidals, it is a prostaglandin-mediated inflammatory process, and so the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories that affect prostate-mediated inflammation are effective. But they're not that effective, and they can cause ulcers, and they can be tough on the kidneys and tough on the liver, so it's something you want to avoid taking chronically if you possibly can. There's a drug, you asked about sort of more natural kinds of products. There's something called oil of Primrose. 2 little caplets of that twice a day have been shown to be somewhat effective in certain premenstrual syndromes. But beyond that, it's more important to nail down exactly what's causing it, and make sure it's not an ovarian cyst or endometriosis or an infection. There's even things like pelvic migraines and more obscure kinds of problems.
Please, listen, I'm getting cramps.
But she needs to get evaluated if things are getting out of hand.
Jessica, nobody knows more about the vagina than Drew.
Oh,
Nobody knows more about the
Drew.
parts of a woman than Drew.
Oh.
I would be humiliated if I was a woman, having a man.
Know this much about us?
Yeah, I really would. I mean, Drew, I would go with about 99% of women. You know more about what's going on inside of them than they do. Do you have any questions for Drew?
I can't think of any right now, but if I do, I'll call in when I think of something and ask Drew. How's that?
Perhaps you could get Drew a gig on the show.
You guys can all be on Dr. Quinn.
I could be a technical consultant.
No, technical
you're over it
consultant.
already?
And then Adam could be on the set the same day as a walk-on.
You can be the first gynecologist. We'll bring you in.
First American. I can invent the speculum.
Doctor,
right there in the window.
You could bring it in. You could be this perverted
and I could be the guy working at the foundry, just banging away, shoeing a mule or something. And Drew,
You make this.
you would have to name you like Pops Larson or something, though. And you come in and you say you have a rough sketch drawn out with a piece of charcoal on a napkin or something, or a piece of burlap, and you say I'd be named like Zachariah. And you
Ezekiel.
say, Ezekiel, could you make this? And it's got to be made out of something that doesn't rust. And the big joke is I think it's something for a horse. And you keep talking about she, and I keep talking about horses, and it just goes on. The big running joke is I always think he's talking about a horse. And then it turns out, and then I think he's having sex with the horse. This is just off the top of my head, but it certainly could be worked into the...
this is next week, I'm telling you.
All right. No, you really could use Drew on the set there just to say they didn't invent that yet, or this is Epstein-Barr virus, or some nonsense like that. All right. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, 8 o'clock Saturday night, CBS. Eric.
Yes, sir.
You're 32.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Love you guys and what you're doing. You're making a big statement for everybody.
Thank you.
Despite the cynicism.
What can we do for you, Eric?
Well, divorced after 7 years. I got 2 kids. The divorce is peaceful, and anyway, I've moved on, and I've met the woman of my dreams. We were really good friends for about 6 months before we started going out, and then
No, something wrong with the story already. A couple things wrong with it.
Okay, started going out. Decided we were both single after a lot of long-term relationships, and would see other people, and it's kind of run into some snags. We're kind of uncomfortable with each other seeing other people. That time that we're apart, we both kind of moan and whatnot about it.
Do you have a question?
All right, that's enough. Listen, when we ask somebody who's been on, it's very difficult to get through to the show. We have a large stone national audience with speed dial all hooked up, even if they can't use it. And they're calling in from all around the country. And I get faxes from people all the time, an email that says, look, I've tried calling the show for 3 months. I can't get in, so I'm emailing you. And then I don't even have the simple dignity to write them back, which is really pathetic. But I still appreciate the email. The point is we have too many people hanging on to have guys like Eric go, well, it's like, getting Eric to ask his question is like asking an old-timer directions. It really was. Hey, Pops, how do you get down to the old Sutterman place? Well, if you goes to crow flies, yeah. How do you get down there, Pops? Well, it's 1 of 10 ways. Oh, for Christ's sake! All right, we'll put Eric on hold, and he'll
think about
he'll
what he
speed
did.
himself up a little. I hear that you have to leave us now.
Yeah, I have to work tomorrow. I'm really sorry.
And we don't. I don't have to haul my ass in here at 9:30 at night.
At 9:30 at night. Yeah, I go at like
All right,
9:30.
let me explain. I have to be here at 9:30. That means I have to be in my car by 9:10.
Oh,
that means
my
I have to be up by 8:30 in the evening.
I'll be up at 6:30 tomorrow morning.
I'm surprised you're awake right now.
I know, it's very difficult. Drew, you'll be up at what time tomorrow?
6:30.
See, Drew and I know. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta get
but
a
I'm
good
staying till
night's-
midnight.
But you're used to that.
All right,
see?
but what time do you have to be up tomorrow?
I have to be up around 7
That's
tomorrow. Yeah,
the
but no,
first news box.
I'm not back. I'm not home. I gotta go home. I gotta drive home.
All right, that's all right. All right, there'll be no more plugs for the show. All right, now.
I'm
Unless
you two on Dr. Quinn Medicine
unless you get
Woman.
him on a roll, then he will talk about it incessantly from now till God knows when.
No, it's just genius not putting me on one of these shows. I'll tell you, I could really breathe some life into that show.
Well, I'll suggest
I
it.
really could.
With all my power, we'll see how far that goes, but I will suggest it.
Yeah.
If you really want to be on it.
Ezekiel the horseshoer. Just put that
I'll
out.
write that down. Ezekiel the horseshoer.
Shoer of horses. That sounds more noble.
Get a little fancy here.
All right, Jessica Bowman is leaving the building. You can find her on Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. That would be 8 o'clock on Saturdays on CBS. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great night. And
Call me when you turn 18, and we'll run down to the bank together. It'll be like a big party day.
Wait a second. I'm in rehab already. I'm married to a podiatrist. I don't have time to
I'll
call
pick you up from rehab. This is where you sow your oats before you marry the podiatrist.
Okay.
Me and you, we go on a binge.
And I'll buy you everything you want?
Yes.
That sounds like so much fun.
And I'm talking about like diamond-studded cufflinks and
Rolexes.
swizzle sticks and just junk that's not good for anything.
This sounds like so much fun. I'm going to blow off college, too.
Good woman. Well, finally, my plan is taking shape, and we'll be back.
Hey, what the f*** is up? This is Mark from f***ing Blink-182, and you're listening to f***ing Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. f***ing Drew.
I said to Engineer Mike after Mark did that, I said, hey, that's cool. We should have all our guests do that. And he goes, no, we shouldn't. That's an extra 5 minutes of work for me. Every 5 minutes I spend editing one of those bands drops is 5 minutes away from the porn on the computer. All right, it is Loveline. The number, 1-800-LOVE-191. I was at the dentist again today. You know what? I'm actually getting my own chair. over there. You know how, like, when celebrities go to like a deli for long enough, like George Burns or something. I'm thinking I'm getting a procedure at my dentist.
An anesthesia.
Yeah, you're going to need a crown, a filling, root canal.
CC of Adam Carolla.
And an Adam Carolla procedure. Really? What's that involve? A lot of money, a lot of pain, a lot of hours. And we don't actually do anything. You just sit there with your mouth gaping open while we make fun of you. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please. I have been to the dentist now. This is, I believe, my sixth time in as many weeks. I'm going once a week since the summer began. And it's been just riddled with pain and humiliation each time.
All right.
Today, I was there.
Has the capacity to render you that one.
Today, I had a very surreal experience at the dentist. And poor Ann has been going, too, but I think her procedures have been going a little better than mine.
More nitrous?
I get they strap the nitrous on me as soon as I walk in now. Once you request nitrous, you get nitrous. I go in there to pay a bill. I get some nitrous standing at the counter. I really do. I'm reaching for my wallet. They strap the nitrous tank right onto me. I wheel it right out to the car.
Even since you're freak out on it.
No, this is, the thing is after I do this nitrous, today I had to go 3 in the afternoon. So,
you had some today?
I'm not right. Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I go there to get a picture with Mr. Toothy. They put the nitrous on me. But here's what happened today, Drew, and I want you just to picture surreal, if you could. First off, the thing about this nitrous is it is as if you're in a dream world.
Right.
You're awake, but not really. Yeah. You care, but not that much.
Right.
You're really pretty out of it.
Yeah.
And really what it does to you is it renders you unable to care. Thank you, Ed. So I'm lying down there, and I got the nitrous going. And they have, the biggest breakthrough in dental technology in the last 50 years. They have cassette players that you can put on while you're getting the procedure done to kind of drown out some of the scraping or the drills or the screams coming from the stalls next to you. So we're kind of, I showed up a minute late, and the hygienist is standing there going, come on, let's go. And I'm looking through the CD pile to pick myself out a selection to listen to while I'm being scraped and nitrous and shot up and whatnot. And I can't think, Jesus, just a bunch of crappy CDs. And I grabbed for the Manhattan Transfer.
Okay.
Now, the Manhattan Transfer is a very established quartet.
Yeah.
It's a jazz quartet. And great singing. And I thought, hey, you can't go wrong with the Manhattan Transfer. There's some nice harmonies.
Yeah.
What I didn't know until I sat down in a chair and got myself strapped in, it was the Manhattan Transfer does Christmas.
Oh.
So, this is totally surreal. Now, the air conditioning is on the fritz. As soon as I walk into the office, oh, Jesus Christ, because I can't stand this heat, and this valley and this city has been plagued by it for the entire summer. I walk in the office, it's 90 degrees in there, and I'm like, oh, Christ, what's going on in here? The air conditioning compressor's on the fritz. You have to, okay. So now I'm under the lamp. I'm in the vinyl chair. It's 90 degrees in there. I got my mouth gaping open. I have the nitrous pumping into me, so everything's a dreamlike thing. She's scraping and drilling and gnawing away, and I'm hearing, chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And it's like, I'm just lying there going, oh, my God, I'm dying. There could be nothing further from Christmas. I've sweat through the, sweated.
It must have sort of challenged your whole notion of what Christmas is and why people sing those weird songs.
My sweat has bonded with the naga hide of the chair, and I've spot welded my ass and back to the chair. I have nitrous in me, so I'm feeling like I don't even know if I'm alive, or maybe everything's just a joke, or if I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to be back in my apartment in North Hollywood. The woman is scraping away. It's 90 degrees in there. I have a lamp that basically, because I'm high on nitrous and because it's 90 degrees, becomes the sun, and I have passed out in the desert, and all I can hear is, the weather outside is frightful, but inside is so delightful. I thought I was going insane. All right, Ann, if you go back to the dentist, do not get the Manhattan Transfer Christmas album. There's a huge mistake.
I grabbed the Sting.
Let it snow, let it... I listened to Sting the time before. Oh, we are simpatico, baby.